Greetings, I'm Christian News. I'm Kathy Green, rather, with Christian News and Interviews. And so what I'm going to do today is talk to you about this article that I ran into titled Queer, Non-Binary Trans Professor. Now, this is those of you who are sending your innocent children to college. This is a professor. Claims it's okay for adults, that means grown people like you and me, to be sexually attracted to minors. That your children, your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins, your neighbors, your friends' friends, or your friends' children, as long as they don't act on those attractions. Now, can you explain to me why this professor is having a conversation like that with students? I went through college twice. I got a bachelor's and a master's degree. And my teachers never had a conversation like this with me. This is the type of weirdness that's in schools teaching people's children. An assistant professor at Old Dominion University claims that minor attracted people. What do you mean minor attracted people? They're pedophiles, sir. You see how they'll change the language on you? Those who are sexually attracted to people under 18 shouldn't be stigmatized for their attractions, and that such feelings are okay as long as they're not acted upon. I'm going to ask my question again. Why? You can think whatever you think, but why is this a conversation in class? Why is he bringing up this conversation in class? Is he trying to brainwash the students? Allyn Walker, whose bio and experiences of trans scholars in criminology and criminal justice indicates that the sociology and criminal justice professor is queer and non-binary trans, recently was interviewed about the minor attracted people topic and said there is no morality or immorality attached to attraction to anyone because no one can control who they're attracted to at all. Well, you know, you can make that argument about serial killers. You could say there's no morality or immorality attached to serial killers because you can't help it that you want to kill people. You can make that argument about rapists. There should be no morality or immorality attached to them because you can't help it that you want to go out here raping people. You see where I'm going with this? You can make the same perverted argument about anybody that's out here committing crimes. In other words, it's not who we're attracted to that's either okay or not okay. It's our behaviors and responding to that attraction that are okay or not okay. Okay, so in other words, what this individual was saying is anarchy is okay. You can have all these perverted thoughts. Don't go seek help. Just keep. Do you realize that a thought, sin starts with the thought. Criminal behavior starts with the thought. And it germinates. And it produces a seed eventually. You can't keep having these type of perverted thoughts and without thinking that they're going to become something. Walker recently penned a book titled A Long Dark Shadow, Minor Attracted People and Their Pursuit of Dignity. You see how people think they can just change the vocabulary word and it's okay? Change the title and it's okay? These are not minor attracted people. These are pedophiles. I'm going to skip down to the person with good sense who said this needs to be crushed right now without apology. There's been a good deal of strong pushback to Walker's words, about minor attracted people, and I'm going to pause and remind everybody that we're talking about pedophiles. One dose of it came from Rod Dreher, whose American conservative article on this subject titled Normalizing Pedophiles. He said that Walker's presentation appeared like a crusade to normalize pederastic desire, exactly as many of us figured would happen. And I will end with this quote from him, the man with good sense, who says, Allyn Walker is playing with fire. Surely there must be some way to get these suffering people the help they need without moving towards considering pedophilia just one more sexual orientation. Because if it ever should become that, we're halfway to legalizing it, following the same path that standard homosexuality took. If sexual desire is the equivalent of identity, and if so, sexually desired minors is at the core of one's identity, then how can we stigmatize or otherwise suppress pedophiles if we recognize that other kinds of sexual minorities have civil rights? Anybody who has lived through the last 20 years knows that sexual identity and the law is a slippery slope. This needs to be crushed right now without apology. Stay tuned.